The gradient tool allows you to apply color fills that blend from one color to another. You can create custom gradients using a number of colors and varying levels of transparency. The color bar up in the options bar lets you choose from preset gradients. Click the drop-down menu and you can select any one of these color combinations. The first combination is the default combination, and it's a gradient from the foreground to the background color. You can change your foreground and background color in the toolbox by selecting the color picker. So I'm just going to choose white for my foreground, and I'm just going to leave the background color at black. So the gradient tool has 5 different types of gradients. It's got linear, radial, angle, reflected, and diamond. The linear gradient applies the gradient across the length of the line that you make. If the line does not extend all the way across the image, Photoshop will fill the rest of the image with the colors that you started and ended the gradient with. So all you have to do is just click and drag. So as you can see, my line did not extend from end to end on my image, so it just filled the rest of it with the white and over here with the black. A radial gradient creates a gradient that starts in the center of a circle and then radiates outward. The point that you first click will be the center of the circle, and then wherever you release your mouse button, that will determine the outer edge of the circle. So all the areas outside of this circle will be filled with the color that the gradient ends with. The angle gradient creates a circular sweep of blended color. So start to drag the mouse where you want the center to be, and then drag to determine the starting angle. The reflected gradient works pretty much in the same way as the linear gradient, but it creates a mirror image. When you create the gradient line, it flows out in both directions from the center point. So as you can see, it mirrors each other. The diamond gradient works the same way as the radial gradient, except it radiates from the center of a square. So click your starting point for where you want the center of the diamond to be, and then release your mouse button where you want one of the 4 points of the outer part of the diamond to be. You can also change your opacity up in the options bar for your gradient. You can choose a blending mode for your gradient. If you want to reverse the colors in your gradient fill, just check on reverse. To create a smoother blend with less banding, you want to select dither. This will add noise to your gradient in an attempt to reduce banding when your gradients are printed. And this transparency checkbox enables gradients with transparency. Otherwise, if this is checked off, transparent areas are all filled with the color that is next to it.